down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Breezy.
and we have another exciting episode. But before we get started today, we are recording on September 11th. And since this is the anniversary of the tragic attack on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon, we would like to take a moment of silence just to respect the victims.
And firefighters and all that stuff.
True, exactly. All the emergency service workers and everyone impacted by the tragedy of 9/11. All right.
All right.
And so today, since this week is Friday the 13th, look at this. Breezy has her Jason mask on, and we are talking about Friday the 13th in honor of Friday the 13th in just a couple days, and in honor of Crypticon, and Friday the 13th, specifically the 2009 version. And Breezy, what do you think about this movie? Or should I call you Jason? I think it's Jason. I don't think we're gonna get much talking out of Jason. Oh no! Oh no!
I had
That is an awesome mask.
yeah, it's legit. It's not one of those like crappy, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I think of 2009, I absolutely love this movie, even though it's a remake
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I mean, a lot of people hate it, some people love it. I actually really enjoyed it. What about you, Matt?
I really liked it a lot. And when we did our Freddy versus Jason episode, I made the comment of, oh, the only ones that have come out since then is the stupid Nightmare on Elm Street remake and the stupid Friday the 13th remake. And you were like, actually, the Friday the 13th remake is pretty good. And I was like, oh, really? I've never seen it. I'm just talking out my butthole. So now I finally have seen it, and I stand corrected. It is actually really awesome. I like it a lot. When did you first see this, Breezy?
I actually seen this in theaters when I
Oh,
was a
really?
teen.
Nice.
I was 19 when I seen this in theaters.
Oh, cool. That's
Excuse
like
me.
the perfect age to see it.
Yeah, I went with a group of friends, but yeah, I mean, I was 19 when I seen this movie in theaters. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. What's some of the things that stand out to you? Like,
You what?
is there a certain scene that sticks out in your memory from when you first saw it?
Uh, the first scene that actually made me like laugh is when the first group of friends go to this camp and they're talking about, camp counselors and Jason and Camp Pistol Lake and stuff. And they're sitting by the fire and having a great old time. And the guy was actually looking for a weed, like
Mm-hmm.
his marijuana stash or whatever. And like that song, like it's a Sister Christian, like Sister Christian's. I think that's what's called by.
Oh, yeah, by Night Ranger, Sister
Yeah,
Christian.
that one.
Motorin!
Yeah, that one. I know it's
What's
Sister
your
Christian.
price? I don't actually know the words, but
Holy fuck. But
yeah,
yeah, that was because it was like the song and he was just jamming out looking for a stash of marijuana in the woods. And then here comes Jason.
yeah.
But to me, I like all the scenes. Jason is a little bit more, to me, aggressive rather
Mm-hmm.
than the other 13th, Friday the 13th
Mm-hmm.
movies. That's how I kind of gave it a feel. He's more aggressive in all
Yeah.
the killings.
He seems more animated, almost like more like he doesn't like Jason in the old Friday the 13th just kind of walks forward. He never runs, but he just
Mm,
sort of like mystically appears around where he needs to be.
yep.
Whereas this Jason actually runs, and he actually like picks people up and throws them, and he's a lot more physical and a lot faster, and seems more almost like less undead zombie and more like an actual living person, if
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of surprised because this movie, it starts off and there's the kids like Breezy was talking about in the woods, and they're camping, and the guy's telling the story about Crystal Lake, and then the one guy goes off to look for his pot and the other ones start having sex, And as someone that's seen all the previous Friday the 13th movies, I'm like, okay, this is the setup. These are the kids we're going to be following. They're going to slowly get picked off one by one. And that's
Yeah.
going to be the storyline. Nope, they all get killed in like 10 minutes.
Not everybody get killed because
Oh,
remember
true,
because
true.
so for some reason Jason ends up killing everybody besides the one girl, which is the sister of Clay, which
Right.
is Jared, which he played in Supernatural TV series.
Oh, nice. I thought he
So,
looked familiar.
yep, he was
Yeah.
in Supernatural and he was looking for his sister. Well, that's why Jason ended up kidnapped her, I'm assuming because she looked just like his mom.
Yeah, they found the locket in like Jason's room, and it was a picture of his mom, and the guy said, "Oh, she looks like you." And she's like, "No, she doesn't," but like it really did. And so that's
Yep.
why he kidnapped her and kept her alive. But yeah, that's important to setting up the whole rest of the movie. But man, I was expecting those most of those kids to last a lot longer, and they were all gone. That wasn't the kids of the movie. That was just the starter kids to set up the
Yep.
intro to the movie before there's even the title sequence.
Yep.
Man.
It's intense.
It is. It really is. Um, what's one of your favorite? This movie has some really cool kills. I have to
Oh yeah.
say, I really like some of the kills in this movie. What's one of the kills that you really liked in this movie?
Um, there's one that I don't really care for is uh where the new group of friends, that's where we're at
Mm-hmm.
now. So like the blonde girl that was out on the boat with her boyfriend when they're like wakeboarding or whatever on the water,
Yep.
and so Jason like shoots an arrow right through the skull and then he dies on impact, but um where she gets hit by the head and she sees Jason and then she's like, oh my God. So at this time she's probably hallucinating because she got knocked in the fucking head. So she's probably
Right.
seeing stuff. But
Yep.
I don't really like that scene because it's like Jason walks up and then
Yeah.
I don't really care for that one.
Really, I like that one. I was gonna say that was my
What?
favorite one.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
I was
geez.
like, there's one that really stands out in my mind as a good one. No, they're wakeboarding and she takes her top off and they're all like, woo, woo, it's fun.
Yep.
And then Jason shoots him in the head with the arrow, which I don't really like that because I don't like Jason using a bow and arrow. But like we just got done
Yeah.
saying, they make him more of a living thing and less of an undead. But to me, that doesn't seem like a Jason kill to use a Friday the 13th. But then the
Yeah.
boat comes and blonks her on the head, which I sadly thought was funny. I actually laughed at that. And then she goes under the deck and is hiding, and you think, oh, she's gonna hide, she's gonna get away. All of a sudden, bonks, machete
Yep.
right through the head. And then he
Yep.
pulls her up out of the water and like hits her head on the bottom of the dock, and then
And then,
drops her
yep.
back
And then,
in.
yeah, I don't really care for really that scene.
Yeah.
I think probably my favorite killing scene, I want to say probably all of them, but I guess my favorite one's probably at the beginning where his girlfriend's wrapped in like the camping thing and she's by the
Yeah.
fire
The sleeping bag.
sleeping bag. That part I like, and also like her boyfriend ran and got his ankle got caught in the bear claw.
Yeah.
Yep, that's I like
That
that
was a
one.
really good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I like every single one of them besides that one.
The one I like the
Yep.
best. Figures. But yeah, because in Friday the 13th part 7, there's the sort of famous sleeping bag killing scene where he wraps the girl up in the sleeping bag and swings her against the tree and smacks her to death. And this one has a sleeping bag kill scene, but he traps the girl in the sleeping bag and hangs her over the roaring campfire, so she's slowly being cooked alive. Her boyfriend comes running to rescue her, but there's a bear trap, clonk, and so he's basically stuck in the bear trap, forced to watch his girlfriend burn alive in front of him.
Yep.
And then he gets killed too, just for good measure.
So, what do you think about that? Like, he got killed too, but this is before where Jason found his hockey mask,
Oh yeah.
and that guy was like looking at the magazine. He's like, "Oh, let me have Daddy have a little lick."
Yeah.
He was like looking at it like naked magazines, like a kind of like a poor magazine. Oh, have daddy have a little lick. And he like licks it. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he thought that there's something going on. So he went upstairs and
Hmm.
he pulls on this thing and it was a mannequin. He goes, oh, Gina, I remember you or something like that. He goes,
Yeah.
remember that time? And then he wow that and then he's like touching her boobs and he's like, remember that one night, that special night? Yeah, you took my virginity. You remember that? And all of a sudden Jason comes by and come on, oh my God. You
Jason's
lost
like,
your
I'm just gonna.
virginity. Like you lost your virginity over a mannequin? God, okay.
I was gonna say, Jason's like, I'm just gonna kill you out of pure shame right now, just for the
Yeah,
cringe factor alone.
yeah,
There's the other guy later that's smoking weed, and then he's gonna get a little frisky with himself, and he's looking through like the LL Bean catalog, and he's like, "Come on, give me a swimsuit. Come on." He's like, "This is a damn winter catalog."
yeah,
And then he finds like the woman in the sweater, and he's like, "This will have to do."
yeah. Oh my God, yeah. What that Asian guy was like kind of funny too.
Oh
We
yeah.
were playing like beer pong and it's like shoot the boot, and he was like, that's this, you know what? I play beer pong and that's nasty.
Yeah.
But his killing scene was pretty good too, because Jason did it right on his like throat,
Hmm.
just to shove it right in there.
Yeah. He was out in the garage playing with a hockey stick, and then he sees Jason and goes, "Oh, do you want this? Because it completes your look."
Yep.
And then Jason's like, "Blah."
Yeah. Yep.
um, the guy that's the owner of the house is a real douchebag a-hole in true Friday the 13th fashion. Like, you can't wait for that guy to get killed. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
Jason, go.
I wish that he would have gotten killed like sooner because he is an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Um, what else is there to say about Friday the 13th, 2009?
There's not really much to it. I mean, um,
Derek Mears plays Jason Voorhees.
like I said, like I enjoyed it so much, and I told you like what there has to be like a reason why I enjoy it so much. So when I watched the movie to review for this episode, I think it's because one, Jason's, a lot more aggressive. That's one of them. And
Mm-hmm.
another one, it's like goes back to like the life story of Jason kind of in a way and the mom because like when they looked
Mm-hmm.
at this abandoned house they were looking at Jason's bedroom
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't have that with the other Friday the 13th.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it does a really good job of sort of taking the essence of what is Friday the 13th and especially the early movies, like the first few, and sort of diluting it down and keeping all the key elements. There's Jason, he gets killed because the camp counselors aren't paying attention. The mom kills the counselors kill the mom. Jason comes back from the dead to get revenge on the counselors. Basically, all that is sort of recapped in like the first 5 minutes.
yep,
And then they kind of just it's really it feels like Friday the 13th. It's got everything that a Friday the 13th movie should have.
yep.
And it looks good. It's newer and it looks fantastic. There's lots of good killing scenes, lots of nudity, lots of
That's correct.
yeah, keeps
But
people
yeah,
interested.
yeah, overall it's a fantastic movie, I think. So
Mhm. So, what would you rate this movie, this Friday the 13th?
Um, that's going to be a hard one. I want to say like 9 out of 10. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because I just want more, I guess, blood, more
Mm-hmm.
killing, like more killing, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. Even though there's really good killing scenes, I just feel like it should be a little bit more, I guess, aggressive if Jason is aggressive as, in that movie.
Yeah, agreed. I think I'll give it an 8 because I really liked it a lot, but it is still it's not a brand new original idea. It's taking from previous ideas. And like you said, it feels like it's just missing a little killing or a little more violence or a little more, I don't know, something to it. Like it's not quite up
Yeah.
there with the greatest of the greats, like the OG Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 10 out of 10s, but it's really damn good. So I
Yep.
give it a solid 8.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to say about Friday the 13th or horror in general or life?
No, Friday 13th, no, but if you guys going to CryptoCon this Friday and Saturday, this whole weekend, we'll be there. So I can't wait till I see you all.
Yep. CryptoCon Minnesota is this weekend. We will be there and we're so looking forward to it. We can't wait to see you there.
Oh, yeah.
All
See
right.
you
Thanks so
then.
much for listening.